Salt Lake City, 1904. So much was different back then, from the horse-drawn carriages to the gas lamps that illuminated city streets. But the good citizens of that era felt the same need that we have today, to help our poor and our needy. That year, they took action, organizing the Salt Lake Charity Association that would evolve into today's Community Services Council. Over the next 6 decades, the organization would evolve in its name, structure, and mission. In 1961, it adopted the name Community Services Council. A new era for the organization would begin in 1972, when Dr. Lowell Benyon became executive director. Rather than a clearinghouse, CSC would sharpen its focus on direct service. He had noticed that people in dire straits had plenty of advocates in the community, but said Benyon, "We need people who can deliver a service."
I sometimes said that Bill Mulder was my anchor on one side of University Avenue and Lowell Benyon on the other. Nothing you learn is disconnected from the life that you live.
You just had a feeling that he cared about you, and I'm sure everyone in that huge class, it was standing room only, had that same feeling of personal connection with a man and a tremendous love and kindness and caring that emanated from him.
After teaching for nearly 50 years, Lowell Benyon took over as executive director of the Community Services Council. He was 64.
I decided to accept the job. I was near retirement age, and I've always wanted to blend religion and sociology a bit.
How are you today? You look cold out there without no jacket on, aren't you?
He transformed the council from an agency that merely funneled money to other agencies to one that helped people directly. He became an advocate for the poor.
I think you'd be surprised how many elderly women, most of them, live on even less than $300 and $300 and $400 a month, and have increasing rent, utilities, and medicine to pay for.
Here's some good sugar. What? Good sugar?
The council began a food bank, collecting from the community, then distributing to the soup kitchens and the food pantries. Always there was a need.
We used to be an emergency food operation. We also sustain some of these people that just can't make it. We find some that are thank us with tears, for food. So it's real.
A lot of food passes through the food bank, but they never forget the personal touch. In the early days, Lowell Benyon delivered the food boxes himself, and he also helped Irene June with another problem.
He put my first ramp in when I first got in a wheelchair, and he fought and we gave up. Ted gave up, I gave up, the landlord gave up. He didn't give up, and he finally got it down.
Across town, other people are helping. Lowell Benyon used to take university students to do this. Now, the city provides the paint, community services the labor, and it's free for those who need it.
Some of them we'll do as high as 3 and 4 weeks. Sometimes it'll take 2 weeks to do one. It depends just on the type of job that we have. It means everything. To see their reactions and feel like you have done something worthwhile.
Lowell came into my life when I was a freshman at the University of Utah. And I won't bore you with a lot of details, but life had hammered that poor freshman substantially. And when I met Lowell Benyon, he picked me up, dusted me off, and put me back into the fray, and I've been forever grateful to him for that.
To me, human beings are the most important and interesting thing on earth. I think one of the best ways to develop that interest is to experience people in their needs, if you will, experientially, not rationally, not theoretically, but to be in touch with people where life is real.
Community Service Council continues its basic mission of building caring communities by responding to basic human needs through a series of programs: the Utah Food Bank, the Life Care Bank, 211 Info Bank, and the Ability Bank. In the year ended June 30th, 2004, CSC programs responded to basic human needs in the following incredible ways. Collected 21.3 million pounds of food, responded to 1.4 million requests for food, provided food to 95,500 senior citizens, served after-school meals to over 72,000 children, performed 3,600 minor home repairs, provided 4,586 yard and snow removal services, helped over 3,000 seniors with home repairs and food assistance, took 51,000 calls on the 211 hotline, placed 8,100 community volunteers, coordinated an awesome 186,000 hours of community volunteer time, and in total served 1.357 million people in all programs.
When you lift someone's life, and do someone some good, it makes you feel awfully good. And I guess that's what we're all trying to do, is to feel good about ourselves and do something meaningful in our life.
Oh, that helped a lot. That really does help. God bless them. They're so nice and so lucky, these senior citizens, to have such good service, to help them out.
For me, that's one of the real values to an organization like this, and one of the reasons why I work here is that it's a tangible gift. It's a tangible donation that you can give to an organization like this that you know is going to make a direct impact on one person.
If you're in a crisis and you just don't know where to start, and you don't know which questions to ask, and you don't really know what you need because this is the first time you've ever asked for help, you can call us and we'll help you step through that process to navigate the maze of services to kind of link into the different resources that might be available.
That's the thing that's wonderful about the Community Services Council, is that we can help provide information to anyone who would like to volunteer and to make a contribution, to know where to do that and where the need immediately is, and to facilitate the delivery of those services.
And the bottom line is that the man had come down from Idaho, and this was his mother, and she didn't have anything to eat. And I cannot tell you how good it felt to just walk back and pick up a box of food and be able to give it to him.
It's been said that service redeems the receiver, transforms the giver, and renews the community. For 100 years, the Community Services Council has been the catalyst for redeeming millions of needy recipients, transforming civic-minded volunteers, and renewing the social fabric of our community. CSC looks forward to our next 100 years of building caring communities by responding to human needs.